In the vast history of human civilization, few books have had as much influence as the Quran. For over 1,400 years, this divine revelation has provided guidance, wisdom, and life-changing lessons to billions of people around the world. It is not just a religious text, but a complete way of life, offering solutions to the struggles and challenges faced by humanity. Whether you are searching for purpose, peace, or a deeper understanding of life, the Quran holds profound lessons that can transform the way you think, live, and interact with the world. In this video, we will explore 5 life-changing lessons from the Quran that everyone needs to know. One of the most powerful lessons from the Quran is the importance of having complete trust in the Almighty. Life is full of uncertainties, hardships, and moments where things do not go as planned. It is in these moments that faith becomes the most powerful tool. The Quran tells the story of Prophet Noah, a man who preached to his people for nearly 1,000 years. Despite his continuous efforts, his people ridiculed him, rejected his message, and even called him insane. Imagine dedicating your entire life to guiding people, only to be met with hatred and mockery. Yet, Noah never gave up. He continued to trust in God's plan and remained patient. In the end, his faith led to his ultimate success, while those who rejected the truth faced their consequences. The lesson here is clear. No matter how difficult life gets, trusting in God's wisdom and staying patient will always lead to a greater outcome. This lesson applies to everyone. Whether you are struggling with financial difficulties, personal hardships, or emotional struggles, faith and perseverance can carry you through even the darkest of times. Another major teaching of the Quran is the importance of justice. Justice is not just a moral value, it is a divine command. The Quran emphasizes that standing for justice is an obligation, even if it is against yourself, your family, or those closest to you. This means that truth and fairness must be upheld above personal interests. In society, we often see corruption, favoritism, and dishonesty. People sometimes bend the truth to protect their own reputation or to benefit themselves. But the Quran warns against this. It teaches that justice must always be served, regardless of the circumstances. The great leaders of history, those who are remembered with honor, were the ones who stood firmly for justice, even when it was difficult. The Prophet himself was known for his honesty and fairness, even before he received revelation. He was called the trustworthy by his people because of his commitment to truth and justice. The Quran's teachings on justice are so powerful that they extend beyond human interactions. They include being just with animals, nature, and even one's own soul. By practicing justice in our daily lives, whether in business, relationships, or personal dealings, we create a society built on trust and fairness. The third lesson from the Quran is about the temporary nature of this world. People often become so consumed with wealth, status, and material success that they forget the reality of life itself. The Quran repeatedly reminds us that life is like a passing shadow, a test that will eventually come to an end. There is a verse in the Quran that compares life to rain that nourishes the earth, making plants grow beautifully, only for them to wither away and turn to dust. This comparison is incredibly deep. Just like rainwater causes vegetation to flourish for a short time before disappearing, life provides temporary pleasures that eventually fade away. The message here is not to abandon the world, but to not be so attached to it that we lose sight of what truly matters. The Quran does not prohibit wealth or success. Rather, it warns against arrogance, greed, and forgetting the purpose of life. Many people work tirelessly to achieve financial stability, but they neglect their family, their health, and their spiritual well-being. The Quran teaches that true success is not in how much wealth you accumulate, but in how you use it. If you have been blessed with wealth, use it to help others. If you have been given knowledge, use it to benefit society. Understanding the temporary nature of life allows us to focus on what truly brings fulfillment: kindness, gratitude, and acts of goodness. Another profound lesson from the Quran is the importance of humility. Pride and arrogance are among the biggest reasons why people fail in life. The Quran warns against self-importance and reminds us that true greatness comes from humility. One of the most striking examples of this is the story of Pharaoh, a ruler who was blessed with immense power, wealth, and authority. But instead of being grateful and just, he became arrogant and declared himself a god. His arrogance blinded him to the truth, and ultimately, his empire crumbled. The Quran contrasts this with the example of Prophet Moses, who remained humble despite being given divine guidance. Even when confronting Pharaoh, he remained patient and calm. The Quran advises people not to walk on the earth with pride or speak to others with arrogance. It teaches that every blessing, whether intelligence, beauty, strength, or status, is a test, and how we handle these blessings determines our true worth. Humility allows us to learn, grow, and connect with others on a deeper level. The most respected individuals in history are those who treated others with kindness, regardless of their own status. The final lesson we will discuss today is the value of patience and perseverance. Life is not meant to be easy. The Quran makes it clear that every person will be tested in different ways, some with loss, others with hardship, and some with trials that seem unbearable. But these challenges are not punishments, they are opportunities for growth. The Quran tells the story of Prophet Job, a man who was tested with unimaginable suffering. He lost his wealth, his health, and his family, yet he never lost faith. He remained patient, and eventually, his perseverance was rewarded. This lesson applies to all of us. When faced with difficulties, instead of asking, "Why me?" we should ask, "What can I learn from this?" Every hardship comes with wisdom, and every struggle brings growth. The Quran reassures believers that with hardship comes ease, meaning that no difficulty is permanent. If you are going through a tough time, whether it is financial struggles, loss, or personal pain, remember that patience is the key to overcoming it. Do not let temporary hardships shake your faith. Perseverance is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. In conclusion, the Quran is not just a religious text, it is a guidebook for life. It teaches us how to navigate the challenges of this world with wisdom, faith, and resilience. The 5 lessons we discussed today: trusting in God, standing for justice, recognizing the temporary nature of life, practicing humility, and remaining patient, are not just theoretical ideas. They are principles that, when applied, can completely transform our lives. If you take even one of these lessons and implement it, you will see a shift in your mindset and the way you approach life. The Quran is not meant to sit on a shelf. It is meant to be understood, reflected upon, and lived by. By embracing these teachings, we not only improve ourselves, but also contribute to a better, more compassionate world.